Welcome back into the Awesemo YouTube channel, guys. My name is Geoff Ulrich, bringing you some Jock Market picks for Super Bowl Sunday. We got the Rams, we got the Bengals, we got the big game, and we got Jock Market, which, if you have not heard, they have turned fantasy sports into a stock exchange. Forget waiting until the end of the game to make money. Jock Market allows you to buy and sell shares of players in real time with real money. Guaranteed payouts for all the shares at the end of the night. They have daily markets in NBA, MLB, NHL, and PGA. So you can make real money every hour, every minute, every second of any match or game with Jock Market. What you do, you use the pregame IPO to pick up shares of your favorite players. Then you buy, sell, or hold them during the game, all based on your own analysis, your own decision-making. You download the app to get started. Use our exclusive Awesemo promo code. That's Awesemo for up to a $50 bonus on your first deposit. This is an exclusive offer only for the Awesemo community, so make sure to take advantage of it today, guys. That's Awesemo for a $50 bonus on Jock Market. And look, I love the Jock Market format, and I love it for this big game. It's going to be great for the Super Bowl. Lots of different guys we can target, lots of different scenarios where I think guys have a chance to really put up big games and get big finishes for you on Jock Market and give out big payouts as well. And look, you don't have to pay up for everyone. You don't have to spend up on the most expensive guys, but we do want someone to anchor our Jock Market exposure. And I think Joe Burrow is the guy that we want to start off with when we're making some decisions for Jock Market. Burrow, he's just been great down the stretch. He's got 5 games in his last 8 starts with 300 yards or more. So, I mean, the passing volume has gone up for Burrow as he's gotten healthier as the year has gone on. And you know what? Joe Burrow is also running more later in the year. Some people didn't quite notice that, but he's got multiple carries now in each of his last 5 games. You saw him last week against the Chiefs. He used his legs more in those situations when he was under pressure. And I mean, the Rams are going to bring pressure. They have a great defensive line. They're good at getting to the quarterback, but Joe Burrow has shown, you know, his awareness in the pocket is really high. I would not be shocked if you saw Joe Burrow find the end zone with his legs in this game as well. He led the league in yards per pass attempt. He was one of the best quarterbacks under pressure this year, and he's playing a team in the Rams whose opponents have averaged 39 pass attempts per game. I think the ceiling here for Joe Burrow is very high, and I think he's a player you want to pay up for on Jock Market and get some shares this week. Second player, let's go to the Bengals. And look, I'm going to talk about a couple lower owned, maybe under the radar players for our next 2 picks. But remember, on Jock Market, it's also about value. If you can get these guys for cheap and they spike up, that's when we get those 100%, 150% ROI returns. And I think Tyler Boyd is a guy who can deliver such returns this week. Secondary receivers from the Bengals, I think, have a real shot at producing big games. The Rams, they have a couple good athletes in the secondary, but they don't have a super deep secondary. And we've seen some of these secondary, tertiary receivers. Juwan Jennings comes to mind, TJ Osborne from the Vikings, even Brandon Ayuk had a pretty good game last week. These guys have kind of all burned the Rams secondary at times, and I think Tyler Boyd can do something similar. Boyd gets moved around the formation a lot. You know, CJ Uzomah, not really at 100%. I think you could see Boyd end up with a few more targets this week just because of that. He caught 4 touchdowns in his last 6 games, so he is a player the Bengals don't mind using around the red zone either. I like him on Jock Market a lot. Again, I think there's nice upside with Boyd, and I think you're going to be able to get him for a very cheap IPO because I think most people are going to be focusing on Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I'm telling you, if Boyd finds the end zone in this game, he's really going to be a nice return on Jock Market. All right, third pick. Let's go to the Rams. Yeah, and I said we're going to stick with these kind of lower under the radar players. And let's go with Kendall Blanton, starting tight end for the Los Angeles Rams for our final pick. And yeah, this one may sound crazy, but look, Kendall Blanton is going to be playing every snap for this game for the Rams because look, Tyler Higbee's out. The backups are all hurt for the Rams too. We saw Blanton come in right when Higbee got injured. He's caught 6 passes in his last 2 games. He's converted all 6 of his targets in his last 2 games into catches. So he's actually developed like kind of a nice rapport in this offense with Matthew Stafford. And I mean, the matchup here is just one we have to take advantage of. If Higbee was starting, we'd absolutely love Higbee against the Bengals because they are one of the worst defenses guarding against the tight end position. This is a team whose main weakness on defense is down the middle of the field. They're not good at covering. They're a bottom 5 in terms of receiving yards and receptions allowed against opposing tight ends this year. So I think Blanton has a very good chance of seeing 6 or 7 targets and corralling 5 or 6 catches. And if he finds the end zone too, which is a very realistic possibility against this defense, I think he's going to end up as potentially like a top 5 play for Jock Market. At the very least, you should be able to get him for cheap valuations. Again, what you pay in the IPO is such a big deal on Jock Market. I think he could provide very good returns this week, and definitely a player I want to target in fantasy circles, and especially in this cool format that they have for you on Jock Market. So let's recap here. We got Joe Burrow as our first pick. Then we got Tyler Boyd and we got Kendall Blanton. That's how we're going to round out the Jock Market exposure this week. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the Awesemo YouTube channel if you haven't already. And most importantly, have yourselves a great Super Bowl Sunday. I'm Geoff Ulrich, and we'll talk to you again soon.